Well, if I'm to advise the new incoming ministers, I don't want to mention names, but if you've gathered public opinion, you would have seen there's so much discord in the system. Now, what it means that people are not getting the expected benefit from governance. Now, what this has done is that people have been limited in so many ways from engaging or from being part of the economic process in the society. So, and that's why you see everybody crying lots of poverty, lots of hunger in the land. Yeah, because people are not participating in the economic process of the government. So I think they need to expand the scope, especially talk of ease of doing business. It's not just on paper. You understand? You go to ports, there are lots of congestions in the port. You understand? These things need to be improved. You say you need clearance in 24 hours, but then you just say this is on paper, but then you are not really doing it. So I think we talk too much, and then we don't really act what we say. I don't know. The present agriculture minister, yeah, he has done well, but then if you look at what the past minister did, I don't know if we really grade him just like Adesina did. So for the incoming minister of agriculture is really like a base of the economy. There's no nation that has thrived without developing the agri sector. So I think I want to advise the incoming minister, especially the agri minister, yeah, they need to do well in terms of modernizing our agriculture so that to get the youth involved in agricultural activities.
So if the incoming ministers are being sworn and they are believing that it's God is appointing them, not the president, and they have a mandate to account for, it is their duty for them to work according to the oath of office they took. And for them to be diligently and sincerely and committed to the cause of Nigeria, taking the lifestyle of Nigeria be most priority first. Irrespective whether it is against the ethics of the president or not, they should be able to resign when they know that the right thing is not being done.
The incoming ministers should be able to tell the president the truth. Look at him to his face and tell him the truth. This thing is bad and this thing is good.
My advice to the new coming ministers is the system has been already set by the former ministers, by due process, setting up a standard of due process. And the new coming minister to start upon that, like we have in the last 4 years. There were a lot of delay in issuing a contract, releasing contract, and the budget delay by the National Assembly and all that. We thank God we come out through that at this stage. And the previous ministers, they tried, despite the struggle with the National Assembly, to the presidency and all that, ups and downs. They were able to do some tangible work and create a standard of this due process. Because we found out the previous years of the PDP, we had where you issue a contract, the person doesn't have an office, you can't trace the person. But with due process, having PENCOM and ITF and all that, you can trace a company that has derailed from the agreement in any of the ministry.
What I will advise the incoming ministers of President Muhammadu Buhari's government in this next level government is they could see Nigerians, there's poverty everywhere, unemployment and all the rest of it. They should do all they can to make sure the suffering of the people are reduced, by way of creating employment opportunities. There is a need to create more industries, to establish more industries, even through private sector and not totally by government itself. But the government should create the enabling environment for more industries to exist, and that means the diversification of the economy.
Someone should not try.
Whether the president does a good thing or wrong thing, they were always praising him. They were always praising him. They don't tell him the truth. But if you can look at somebody, no matter highly, because the Constitution says all of us are equal. So look at the person and tell him the truth. If he will remove me, let him remove me. Okay, but they have been shielding, they have not been telling the president the truth. Whether the president is doing bad, is doing good, they will be telling him, they will be praising him, which is not good.
Well, I might not mention the name of any ministers who have done bad, but left to me, most of the ministers have not done their job. most of their ministers based on their ministries. In fact, let me start from the security. They are all competent hands being given those mandates as a Minister of Defense. We are suffering insecurity in this country. Nigerians' lives are killed all the time. We become like cows.
Yeah, the mistakes, no one is perfect. Even the coming one, but they don't have much to do, rather than to stand upon the foundation the outgoing ministers have laid. I know that some ministers who score very good card in the previous government, some of them will also be choosing. It's not everybody that is going to baggage out. But the issue is that they should, like you said, they should publish whatever job, you understand, whatever contract they want to issue out. It should be published, and they should be transparent. They should not look at this is my brother or this is my own person, all this connection, whatever. They should look at the companies that are qualified, that have a good qualified professional to do a job. Because if you don't bring in expertise into the system, you like you do road, you're asking for what 4-inch road, and the person is going to do 2-inch in order to siphon the money. It won't be well. So they should be on top of it. They should check. The engineers should go on site and check the quality job, if they are doing a quality job.
Well, if you look at how the ministers came in, I think, first and foremost, it took so much time for ministers to be appointed. You look at some of the ministers, you see if most of them don't understand what they are coming to do. And then you look at, I don't know, I think it's only in Nigeria where professionalism is kept aside. You bring somebody who is a lawyer, and then you make that person minister of power. These are, you understand? Yeah, we understand there are administrative purposes, but then we need to look at competencies of people. Probably if you bring a power drawing for him he might not understand it. So we also need to look at if they can do it. Say you can do it. Don't just go there for the purpose of being appointed. You need to understand the technicalities of your department and your field, and work with there are civil servants. Even though people blame civil servants for bureaucratic processes, but they need to work with the civil servants. There are technocrats in civil service. They need to work with them, to deliver on the mandate of their ministries. Yeah, I don't have any specific advice for each of them, but then I think generally, I would say most of them have not performed beyond par. They performed below expectation, and I think the Muhammadu Buhari administration, they should really look at professionalism just for political consideration. They should look at professionalism and technicalities in appointing the new ministers, not just for administrative purposes.